to our own backyard. What are you doing, Paul?
I love it when Nick Miles comes because he shows up with cool cars and he's a fun guy. And today we're talking about eco SUVs.
Right, we're going to start with eco SUVs and then we'll have some eco cars in the next hour. But I wanted to talk about cars which were good for the environment and good for your pocketbook. Because Sacramento is the environmental city of California, and California is the environmental state for cars, right?
And so look at this groovy blue beast we have right here. What are we looking at first?
This is actually Ford's EcoSport. It's the smallest SUV on the market, starting at $19,000.
Oh, wow, what a great price point.
You know, the big news was this week that Ford were getting rid of their main cars. They were getting rid of all the sedans, except for two. And this is what people are buying. So starting at that pricing at about 29 miles a gallon out of it. It comes in that award-winning 1-liter engine. This is the all-wheel drive version. It is a 2-liter engine inside of it. And it has a ton of storage on the inside, plus all of Ford's connectivity as well, and their safety. This is what people want to drive. And if you actually have a look throughout the car, we can go and look on the inside as well.
I'm going to give you this so I can play with the car. Yeah, okay.
There's tons of stuff on the inside. You still get all your modern cons, your infotainment system, all the steering wheel buttons on here, adaptive cruise control. I drove this vehicle all up and down the East Coast this week, and it even has a sunroof.
I am hooked on adaptive cruise control, by the way. That's the best. It knows how far ahead of you the car is in front. It slows down, it speeds up. It's the best. This is four-wheel drive?
Yes, this is an all-wheel drive version. Cool. It has the 2-liter. The good point about it is it still keeps great gas mileage out of it too. So I mean, I've been driving one of these around, getting around 28, 29 miles a gallon.
That's great.
And my right foot is slightly heavier than my left.
I've heard that. Let's have the camera pan left and look at this next beast right here. Another beautiful blue, but a different car maker. What's that?
This is a Toyota Rav4 hybrid. Now, they cannot keep these things in stock. It's the #1 selling SUV hybrid in America. The cool thing about it is, whereas this one tops out around $27,000, the EcoSport, this starts around $27,000. The one we have right here, fully equipped for just over $30,000, and you're talking about great fuel economy as well. It has something called all-wheel drive intelligence, which means that it's 2-wheel drive most of the time, but if you start to get a bit wet, you're going up to the mountain, the wheels slip, it'll kick into 4-wheel drive, so you're not using the gas all the time.
I got to check out the two-tone interior. I'm going to give you the microphone again. By the way, and I told Nick earlier, I was talking to the head mechanic for one of our nearby Toyota dealerships years ago. His favorite vehicle they made at the time was the hybrid Highlander, and he loved the hybrid SUV combination.
So Toyota, the #1 hybrid manufacturer in the United States at this point, although Ford are hot on their heels. The cool thing about this is it has their Safety Sense P on the inside. So not only is it a Toyota,
it has the what?
Safety Sense P, which is basically their safety sense. It has things like blind spot, which I used this morning, by the way, in the Sacramento traffic, getting in here, changing lane to lane. But it also has all of the safety stuff you like, backup, cross-traffic alert. So as I was backing out of the Starbucks this morning, a car comes behind me, beep, beep, beep. You know, I'm not going to back into oncoming traffic. It's a Toyota. What does that mean? It means when you get into it in 10 years' time, it's still going to start every time. And I'm still getting out of this one around 28, 29 miles a gallon.
And I tell you, it is so beautifully appointed inside. I mean, this interior is gorgeous. And the price, this one's loaded how much again?
This one's just over $30,000. And that's absolutely loaded. I mean, you can get them a little higher if you start to add lots of things into them. But it has all the apps in there, so you can get all your things like iHeartRadio, whatever you want to listen to. At the same time, it has all of the navigation hooked up from your phone, everything you need.
All right, we got to go. We have some e-cars coming up later on as well, a couple of electric vehicles I've been dying to get into, right?
Yes, and you're going to see they're the same price as the gas cars.
All right, that's coming up next hour. You guys do business. I'm going to play with the cars out here.
Paul, those are pretty sweet. We'll see if he comes back in studio.